Hello people, we are back in El Callao for what is arguably one of the best cevicherias in the whole district, Kumar. At the helm, we have Chef Kumar Paredes. He is kind of a big shot here in the area. Chef Kumar didn't go to any fancy school, rather he worked his rear off for various years until opening a food stall. That led him to open his beloved Kumar Cevicheria Fusion. If that wasn't enough, he's a TV personality. He's the host of Pescados Desconocidos, where he cooks and shares his love of food with everyone in A La Cocina TV. Now, don't let his consistent smile and friendly charm fool you. Chef Kumar means business. He's a great entrepreneur, a great cook, maintains high standards, and you can taste that passion in the food. Just watch. See you later. Oh wow. Qué belleza. Ceviche mixto aquí también. Wow, qué belleza. Qué belleza.
A mí sí me ha dado cosa y me tengo que llegar por el color, como que no lo veo aquí.
Okay, I've been meaning to try this ceviche de conchas negras, which is a type of mussel, a type of shellfish that provides this ink, this black color, this murky color, but it smells absolutely amazing. Holy hell. Oh my goodness. Esto está increíble, ¿eh?
¿Sí te gusta?
Wow. Wow, pero requete wow. No me esperaba eso.
¿Tú has probado el de conchas negras? ¿Y nunca has probado?
It's pretty, it's nice and tart, perfectly salty. You have that nice, fresh, oceany flavor. It's nice and briny. You taste that sea brininess, but you can also taste the freshness from it. These are beautiful conchas negras. Oh my goodness. They're pretty big too. They're nice and chunky. I mean, this is one. Absolutely divine. Of course, you have to follow it with camote, sweet potato. My wife got the combinada, which is like the ceviche with the fried fish and calamari, and this. Let me try this out. Oh, that's tender. That's suave. Nice and crispy, not oily at all. My goodness. No, yo vuelvo a venir, ¿eh? Eso está tan fresco, o se siente que lo acaban de abrir. Now, this is my first concha negra ever here in Peru and in my life. Price-wise, I don't really like to talk about prices so much, places that I go to. Price-wise, it's a little up there. Okay, let's talk about pricing in Peru. So you see the menu here, 45, 45, 55. This pretty much reads like an American menu, except these are in soles. So what I've done is put the actual dollar equivalent to each one based on the actual conversion. So 45 soles would equal roughly $12, 55, $14, 78 soles, $21, 95 soles, $25. And then of course, they also have the fish of the day, and that depends on the actual market. Prices vary. Think about it this way. If this was a menu in the United States and the dishes were $45, $55, $98, that would be a heck of a hefty price tag for a freaking plate of food. Well, it's similar to how it is in Peru because it has to do with the cost of living. So yes, 55 soles for a plate of food is a lot for a Peruvian. However, we get to benefit from this because we're bringing in dollars, we're making the exchange. So therefore, 45 soles or 55 soles just equals a few bucks for us. And we're talking about prime freaking seafood here. And let me tell you that the quality of the seafood that we are eating here will be more than $45 here in the United States. So yes, I love the conversion for myself. Peruvian friends, not so much. Based on the size of what we're getting, but then I can also see on the quality, it is worth it. I think this was about 56 soles, which end up being roughly around like $13. For an American, that's not much, but because this would be probably maybe double back home for this type of quality. They're definitely blessed with their oceans here. I would say though, I would argue that yes, that's true. They are privileged and blessed with their oceans and their waters and their food, but they also care a lot. And they gotta wait for the alarm to shut off. Todas las canciones ese carro. I would also say that the Peruvians care a lot about their food. They strive to provide the best quality possible. There's too many good places, too many good markets for people not to care. Because if they don't, they'll just go to the next person, the next business, which is usually not far away at all. They're not being careless about what they have. They're fully aware of what they have, and they make the best out of it. It's no wonder that they are the best in what they do, and that is cooking. I've said it. Okay, now we are going to move on to the ceviche. Now this is something pretty cool that I have not seen in many cevicherias. And that is this lettuce right here. That is a butter lettuce or a bib lettuce. It became popular with sandwiches in like higher end sandwich shops or whatnot. I'm glad that they're using it here. Back home you see a lot of iceberg, which is pretty boring and dull. And to be quite honest, you can actually just use this as a little wrap, put ceviche in there, and just eat a nice little ceviche roll. Let's dig into the ceviche, and I'll keep using the same spoon that I was using with the conchas negras. Gastón Acurio, which there's a picture out there with the chef, said that Peruvian cuisine should be eaten with a spoon, and I agree, because everything is actually juicy and wonderful, and you just get more with a spoon that you don't get that you missed out on with a fork. Alright, enough talking. Let's dig into this ceviche. My third ceviche in Peru. Maybe 4 if you're counting las conchas. That is the juiciest shrimp I have ever had in a ceviche, and perhaps in my life. Oye, este camarón está tan jugoso. Wow. Here, I want to show you something. This is all the just look at the quality of the seafood here. The calamari,
Beautiful shrimp. And I mean, come on, look, a whole scallop, a whole juicy scallop with the shell. Beautiful shell, look at that. You cannot get this quality in many places around the world. And Peru definitely stays true to their quality in seafood. Just look at that, a whole beautiful sea scallop in my ceviche with the shell on. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's talk about the fish. You have this beautiful white fish. I've seen this fish here already, and it's absolutely delicious. But then you come here and you have more. Then you come here and you have more clams here, just chunks of it chopped up in here. Just look at this. Here you have the shrimp with the clam and that beautiful leche de tigre right there. Absolutely divine. All right, enough talking. Let's dig in and eat. Cheers. I have yet to have a bad ceviche in Peru. Mind you, I've only been here 5 days and I've only had 4, which is about 5 less than what I was expecting to eat, but I have not had one that's bad. The sweet potato here, I will say though, I was expecting the sweet potato to be a little bit sweeter here, but it's actually denser. It just sort of breaks apart, similar to like a potato, and it's dense. It's almost like the texture of a very dry clay, where it kind of breaks away. It is very tasty. It's just it's not as soft or mushy as it is back home. But then it also has like a level of almost sweetness and flavor. As you keep eating it, it kind of develops a little bit. It's a bit hard to describe. Okay, the moment has come for me to eat the actual scallop here, and I've just put in a little bit of leche de tigre, canchita, which is the fried corn, and then the soft white corn, which is the elote. Cheers. That literally is melted. It is so sweet. It is so soft, but also a little briny. Oh my gosh. I could have like 20 of those. Beautiful. Now, I've said it in my last video, but for me, what makes a ceviche from Peru is the leche de tigre. So it's usually different spices, different things like ginger, maybe some garlic, maybe cilantro, and then this right here, ají limón. Ají limón is like the designated spicy pepper for a ceviche, and it has different layers of flavor. And yes, it is spicy. I would say maybe it's a bit spicier than a jalapeno, but with much, much, much better flavor. And it's just a great pairing. Like if you would think of, well, what should I add? You know, what would be a good spice to put on ceviche? Like this is the perfect spice right here. Ají limón. So all that mixed into a blender, even with some of the scrapings and pieces of the fish, you go ahead and put that on a colander, and that pure white milky acidic juice that comes out with all of those things mixed in, that's why you get the leche de tigre. A lot of other ceviches around the world is usually lemon. Sometimes in some places they add ketchup for whatever reason. Maybe everything's chopped up into the actual juices, the actual lime juices, but none of them are made the way that they are made here. Now, I'm told that in the north of Peru, they do have a variation of leche de tigre where they add a little bit of milk to turn it a little bit white, but the concentration of the liquid is actually just lemon. Here it's that leche, that strong leche de tigre, which takes the ceviche to a different level and just brings everything all together. That's why ceviche from Peru is the best ceviche in the world, hands down. And I'm glad that I'm eating a lot of it this week. ¿Esa es la leche de tigre?
Yeah.
Pucha madre.
Oh man. City.
Okay, my wife wanted to order a little bit more, so we ended up getting the leche de tigre. And it came with this fried, delicious, beautiful calamari. Are nice and crunchy. But look at this. They bring it in this ginormous wine glass. It's a little bit more acidic. Absolutely beautiful. Here, let me show you. Look at all that beautiful seafood pool. Okay, you have the fish, you have the nice little calamari. This is very acidic, and Peruvian limes are quite acidic, so it cuts down with the camote or with the corn or with this fried calamari, sometimes fried fish, and it's just a wonderful balance. Now, I've been eating a lot of acidic food today with the concha negras and the ceviche, so this nice crunchiness and friedness is a good contrast. If you are loving this Peruvian tour, if you're loving what you are seeing, please go ahead, like and subscribe. We are in Lima, Peru, and we just had some of the freshest ceviche known to mankind. It was absolutely divine. Those concha negras with the mixed ceviche and that ají limon and that beautiful lime and leche de tigre have blown me away. Absolutely amazing. If you are watching this, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and stay starving for more. Bye.